So I thought I'd just do a quick little video on basically why it never works out with the one that we always want. It always happens. The one that we want, it just never works out, or they never want us. I've had this discussion many times with my friends, and I'm just speaking from experience, and I feel like these are my points as to why I feel like it doesn't work out. So if you're ready to hear these, and maybe next time you do meet someone and you think they could be the one, maybe approach the situation a bit differently, then keep on watching. So I know what it's like when you meet someone and you think, fuck, this person is, they are all that I want. They've got this, they've got that. They're just, you know, when you just know. So what you tend to do, right, what as girls tend to do, speaking from experience, what we tend to do is we start to fantasize over this person and over things with this person. For example, I know you might say that you don't do it, but I know that you do. We will think about things in the future with this person. We will think about going on dates, what we'd like to happen, kids, marriage, you know, wild. Your mind just goes wild. You are fixated and focused on this person. So what you're doing there is you are creating these expectations. This is what you're expecting from this person and the situations. But what comes with expectations is disappointment. Not all the time. Some people might meet your expectations, some things might, but because our expectations are so high, you are more than likely going to get disappointed in the situation. What we tend to do when we like someone, and we like the thought of someone, is we paint this person how we want to see them. We see this person how they've painted themselves. When you first meet someone, you only get to know a couple of layers. You don't get to know the full them. So yeah, this person is only projecting the person they want you to see. So then you are painting this person how you want to see them, which is in your eyes perfect. Little do you know, there are plenty of red flags. There's red flags all around. You don't see it. You mask them because you are so consumed with this person and how you know, or you want this perfect life or a perfect outcome. You don't see these red flags that are there in the beginning, or you do see them but you excuse them because they're quite fit, or you know, but they're really funny, or they're like a family person, or do you know what I mean? We tend to excuse them for a different reason. So then what happens is when you start liking a person, like I said, you become consumed and you are constantly thinking about them. Even when you're not thinking about them, subconsciously you're thinking about them, and it's hard not to. When your phone goes off, you automatically think, oh, is it them? And when it's Bill from Instagram who's been messaging you for years and you don't want to know about it, you know, the guy that actually is probably a decent guy and pays you attention, you're not excited. You're excited about Ted. Ted over here, he's got it all going on. So what we do is we make ourselves become too available. So have you ever noticed when you like someone, or you like the look of someone or the sound of them, or, you know, you think you've got good vibes from someone, you tend to treat them differently to someone who you like them, but you know, you're not really too sure. So what will happen is, to this person here, you won't reply straight away. You'll leave them waiting. You're not that available because you're waiting for Ted over here to text you. You're waiting for him to make plans, because what you're going to do is drop everything for this person. We make ourselves too available. And when you make yourselves too available to someone, it becomes unattractive after a while, because that person then knows, if I say this, she'll do that. If I do this, she'll do, etc. So what you need to do in a different situation is make yourself available, but not too available. You've got to make sure that person knows that you're a busy woman. You've got shit to do, girls to see. You've got night outs to do. You know, I like you, but you're not up here yet, hon. You need to work for that. And vice versa with a girl, if you're trying to pursue a girl. So just try not to make yourself too available. Also, when you like someone, the thing what girls do is we tend to love quick and fast. So when we see someone we like, we're like, yes, and we want to pursue that. We know what we want to do. Whereas a man is a bit more relaxed. They'd like to just, they're quite simple. You know, they like the pace it's at. They don't want anything to ruin it. What we tend to do is we end up fucking that up because we end up going in too quickly. So get to that 2 or 3 week stage, you've been on a couple dates, or maybe get to 4 week stage, a couple of dates, and you throw in the question, so what are we, what's happening, you know, where do I stand? To a guy, although he could have been on that same level, it can throw him off a bit, like, whoa, you know, I've only met you a couple of times, I know we're speaking, but it's a bit too fast for me, a bit too fast paced. That can scare a guy off. And I'm not saying you shouldn't show someone your feelings, but what I'm saying is don't give too much too quickly, because what will happen is this person then knows that you're really into them, and then it's sort of like, well, I've kind of got her now, but let's go and you know, check over here, these little options over here, because they might be a little bit better. You know, I've still got her because she really likes me, and I know that she really likes me because if I call her, she'll pick up. If I say let's do this, she'll do it. So don't give someone your 100% and don't show your feelings to them too quickly. You know, sort of keep them on edge a little bit. Don't make them a priority in your life. And don't make them feel like you need them, because you don't need them. You were fine before you had them in your life. You're going to be fine after as well if they don't stay in your life. Another thing that we do is, I've made the mistake. I used to say, look, if I'm dating someone, I'm only dating that person. So when I say dating, I mean going on dates with someone, you know, the first early stages, couple of weeks in, etc. I made the mistake of doing that. I became loyal to someone who wasn't loyal to me. Don't put your loyalty to someone who is a temporary fix. That's only temporary in your life just yet. So don't be loyal to someone who is potentially temporary. So what I say is, when you're dating, only put in around 70% to dating this one person. Only 70%. Still make yourself available for other things. And I'm not saying, oh yeah, go on a date with someone every single weekend. But what I'm saying is, by 70%, I don't just mean physically, etc. I mean mentally. Like, don't put 100% into it. You know, still focus on your goals, still focus on going out with the girls, still focus on staying on Tinder, like, still do it, because this person that you like could only be temporary. And then what you've done is you've wasted all this energy on one person, when really, if you would have kept that 30%, you won't end up being as hurt, and you won't feel as bad for wasting, I'd like to say wasting, I call it a lesson personally, but wasting time on someone. So yeah, these are, I would say, my tips of not to do. Don't be too available. Only put 70% into it. Don't show your feelings too quickly. You know, you don't want to scare someone off, but then also don't go on the other side of the scale and be a complete cold ass bitch, because men love a chase, but then there's a point like, come on, you're not showing me anything. Like, do you like me? They just become bored in the end. So yeah. And then last but not least, I would say, if you really, really like someone, don't put out straight away. When I mean don't put out, I mean, like, don't let them slide in you straight away. As hard as it is, like, I know what it's like. You might see a guy and think, fuck, he's so fit. I just, you know, you have all these fantasies in your head, but let them be fantasies. Because I tell you what will happen is this person will have more respect for you. They will get to know you better on a deeper level, and that way, when it does come to the intimacy side of things, intimacy, yeah, the right word, intimate side of things, it would be better than what it'd be like if you only know that person for a couple of days, because you'll know each other on a deeper level. You'll know what each other likes, and it will just feel better as well. So that is what I would say. If you liked this video and have any questions about any of the situations, or any questions about this, feel free to DM me, feel free to comment below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.